I look insane. Howdy friends! My name is Kat. Welcome back to my channel. Today we will be doing part 4 of Twisted Tales, finally continuing this series. Took a little bit of a break. Last week, if you haven't seen it already, I posted my first Concussion Chronicles video. I'm really proud of that. If you'd like to check that out, go ahead. We are nearing the end of our Twisted Tales journey. I believe there will be one more part of this. So let's go ahead and get started. So first, we're gonna do one of the ones that isn't here. Roo. Oh, isn't she lovely? Starting in legend territory once again, the first known telling of the Kraken is from the old Norwegian natural history book, Königskukje, which details the author's harrowing journey to Greenland, in which he claims to have seen 2 sea monsters that haunt our oceans. The Hafgifa, or Krakens, were said to be unable to reproduce, so there were only 2 of them. These monstrous beasts, when they would feed, they would expel this puke that was like chum, and it would attract a whole bunch of fishies that were like, ooh, dinner time. And then, because its jaws were so large, all it had to do was wait until all the fish, all the little sea creatures were in its mouth, and then just snap them up. Said to be able to swallow a ship whole. Our gargantuan friend lives off the coast of Greenway and Norway, and basically terrorized sailors for a living. This fearsome cephalopod was said to grow up to 40 to 50 feet. Another one that is not here, but here in spirit. Baba Yaga is an old Slavic origin fairy tale / legendary figure. Legendary figure. She appears in many fairy tales across many different Slavic cultures. I'm specifically thinking of Russian, and specifically the story that we will be looking at is Vasilisa the Beautiful, collected by Alexandra Afanasyev. So our girl Vasilisa is in a Cinderella type situation, and her evil steps one day make her go off in search of Baba Yaga's magic life. So on her journey, she meets Baba Yaga's 3 horsemen, dawn, noon, and dusk, white, red, and black, respectively. So Baba Yaga lives in a nasty, screaming shack, suspended by chicken legs, complete with bone picket fence. Very quaint and charming. It's a real hot Zillow listing. Baba Yaga gives V impossible tasks, which he does with ease with the aid of her magical doll. Baba Yaga is then forced to give her the skull lantern in which she came for. The end. Alright. Moving on. The Prince and the Dragon. Ooh. Oh my, this is crazy lighting. It's like unacceptable. Yet another Slavic tale, this time Serbian, by H.A. Vratislav. We begin with an emperor who had 3 sons, the eldest of which goes hunting. He corners a hare into a windmill. It's the darndest thing. The hare turns into a dragon and eats him. And then the same thing happens to the second oldest brother. Crazy. The youngest goes hunting and finds the hare but does not follow him, and instead befriends an old woman who tells him of this terrifying dragon. The old woman finds out for the boy what the dragon's secret is. So this lovely elderly woman uses her wiles and finds out that the dragon is actually kind of got a Horcrux situation going on, and its strength lies in a different dragon in a different kingdom that lives in a lake. And inside this dragon lives in a boar. And inside that boar lives a sparrow. What's inside that sparrow? It's the dragon's strength. So in order to defeat this dragon, this little prince brings a whole menagerie of animals and talks some pretty big game when trying to fight the dragon, and tells the dragon, if the emperor's daughter were here to give me a kiss, oh my god, you'd be so dead. For some reason, that actually ends the fight that day. The next day, the prince does the same thing and challenges the dragon to the fight, and is like, hey, you know what? If the princess were here to give me a kiss, you'd be so dead. And guess what? The princess is there to smooch his pooch. And he yeets the dragon into the air so hard that the dragon shatters. Out of the dragon comes a boar. He kills the boar. Out of the boar comes a sparrow. He wrings the sparrow's neck. Anyways, he marries the princess, is able to live happily ever after, so much so that he's actually able to recover his long-lost brothers and other people who were imprisoned / eaten by the dragon. Yay! Moving on, and this is going to be difficult to see because this is actually a very dark painting. The Juniper Tree, or Von dem Machandelboom, by or collected by
the Brothers Grimm.
And a grim tale indeed. A wealthy couple longs for a child, and one day while praying under the juniper tree, the wife prays for a kid that's like white as snow, red as blood, you know, as usual. She gets really sick from eating juniper berries from this tree, and then 6 months later she gives birth and then dies. So the father remarries eventually, and they have a daughter together named Marlenchen. The stepmother loves Marlenchen, but hates her stepson with a fiery passion. This passion leads her to one day trick the boy into reaching into a crate under the guise of getting an apple for her, and then slamming the lid of the chest shut, decapitating him. So apparently she didn't really think this through, because she's like, oh wait, what's the rest of the family gonna think? So she grabs a rag, ties his head together with a little handkerchief kind of situation, and props him up at the table. No one's gonna notice. And then, in order to get rid of the rest of his body, she boils his bones and cooks him for dinner. Marlenchen walks in and is talking to her brother, is weirded out that he's not answering, and like she touches him and his head falls off. So she's distraught because she loved her brother, and so she gathers the bones after her mother is done making dinner and buries them beneath the juniper tree where his mother's remains were. So a bird pops up from the juniper tree and sings this beautiful lullaby about the grisly murder of this boy. The song is so beautiful that the boy receives a golden chain, red shoes, and a millstone as a reward. The bird brings the golden chain to the husband, the red shoes to Marlenchen, and drops the millstone on the stepmother. The bird then reveals himself to be the boy all along, and then happily ever after, they all go inside and have lunch together. Well, not with the stepmother, she's dead. But no one was really rooting for her anyway, so it's fine. I feel good about it if you do. Alrighty, and that is all the paintings that we will be going over in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, press like and maybe subscribe. Hang out with me a little bit more often. Oh my god.
Where's Senora Rex?
They're gonna be so freaking pissed when they found out I filmed without them. Poop. Maybe I'll put them in the background. They were there the whole time. What? Yeah, like crazy. I do weekly videos. I shoot for Monday and Wednesday, but you know.
A girl does her best.
There will be a makeup tutorial on the look I'm wearing
Right now.
So stay tuned for that if you're interested. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. I appreciate you. Toodles!